gentlemen, welcome to SAWF! The biggest wrestling event of the year as voted by the wrestlers backstage! Landed. First off, please welcome the referee, the mighty hill sounding Adam Awful! And the commentator, Lucas Roger! Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm Lucas Roger, and we're here at Showdown 3. I'm alone out here right now, but we've got a big show for you here tonight. Taking it to our ring. Actually, we're going to have, I believe, a video showing us how we've gotten to Carmelo and Mike Dexter's heated rivalry. Or not. I don't know what this is going to be now, maybe the third or fourth time. What a match at Showdown.
Your career's on the line. It's on. Alright. Where I single-handedly destroyed the Minion. That was a no-DQ match, and afterwards, what did the fans of the SAWF start calling me? I believe it was the hardcore icon, Mike Dexter. No DQ is my ball game.
You're feeling confident?
It's Carmelo. I've got this in the bag. I'm the smartest man here. I always have a game plan, and he is not
Imagine
prepared.
beating Mike in 30 seconds and embarrassing him at Showdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they do. So the way I see it, Mike is enough chance.
Yeah, well, we should be Are there any comments? And on the dotted line is a signature.
Sure. And I'm only but every step of the way I've had your brother help. You see, I think he's no.
For Carmelo versus Mike Dexter.
I like and I've heard that ever since I've been here that I'm a low-ranked prodigy. Well, this low-ranked prodigy is a one-time SAWF champion.
But everyone else looked at me. That no contact doesn't mean I'm not. Come on, let him out. Let him out.
Is that the best you've got, huh? Stab me with a pen. 24 hours, Mike, you're mine. 24 hours time, Mike Dexter. I'm going to start my career, and you're going to be out of a job.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. There will be no disqualifications, and in this match, if Carmelo loses, he must leave the SAWF. However, if Mike loses, he will lose his streak and he will have to leave the commentary. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Be my colleague here on commentary. He's got some words for us.
Ladies and gentlemen, usually I'd be sitting at that table calling the action, but I am more than just a commentator. I am 4-0 in this ring. To simplify it for you morons, that means I am undefeated. I've never lost a match.
Prodigy, wait, Carmelo's never been pinned.
Shut up. Now, of course, Showdown is the biggest show of the year, and I am the biggest name in this company. So, of course, I've been challenged to a match. And I've been doing some intense training with my best friend, the Prodigy, who you will see in tonight's main event when he destroys your hero, Adrian Evans. Now, the reason why I've been training with the Prodigy is because I've been challenged by his twin brother, Carmelo. And who else knows Carmelo better than the Prodigy? No one. So when I win this match, I'm sending this clown out of this company for good.
Some strong words from Mike Dexter.
And the challenger. Let's go again! A reality check. We've got Carmelo from the Gold Coast!
Take him off of commentary, and as always, the glasses are on. There he is, Carmelo's #1 fan. So much bad blood in this one. Carmelo wants to end undefeated streak, and you hear how the crowd reacts to Carmelo, a favourite here at the SAWF. We are about to start our first match here at Showdown 3. Carmelo versus Mike Dexter. Carmelo's career in the SAWF is on the line, while Mike Dexter's undefeated streak, as well as his career as a commentator, is on the line for him.
Ring the bell.
It is a joke. Come on, Dexter.
Go, Carmelo. Dexter. Boo, Dexter.
The ring bell has sounded and this match is underway. Circling, feeling each other out. I think a bit of trash talking going on between these two competitors.
Who wants to wrestle me?
You scared?
And tying up
Oh, too easy, too easy.
into the corner.
What are you doing?
That is a clean break right
I
there.
think this is a joke.
Take me serious!
But it is a no DQ match, as Mike Dexter pointed out. Mike Dexter wants nothing more
He's got a pin to win.
but for Carmelo to take him seriously.
You can take him.
You reckon?
I know you can.
The crowd are on the side of Carmelo right now and locking hands.
Hands, it's a bit weird.
A test of strength. And Mike Dexter, is Mike Dexter truly stronger than Carmelo? No, I don't think so.
Let me go, I'm sorry.
I'll let you
I'm
go.
sorry.
Carmelo with the power, and oh my god, a low blow. And no, not a low blow is not enough to put the former SAWF World Champion Carmelo away.
Carmelo.
And Mike Dexter is still demanding respect, demanding to be taken seriously as a competitor. The crowd are getting fired up here for Carmelo. And tying up once again. Carmelo with the advantage this time, sending Mike Dexter into the turnbuckle. But Mike, he went for that hand. If you didn't see the night before Showdown, Mike Dexter stabbed that hand with a pen, and what is he? Wait a second. I think Mike Dexter, is that a screwdriver that he has in his hand? And what is he doing? Oh my god. He is driving that screwdriver into the hand of Carmelo. This is a no DQ contest. Anything goes. And so close that Carmelo needs to spill to the outside, catch his breath, create some distance.
You got this, Carmelo.
I did not expect to see this. Mike Dexter currently in control of this matchup.
Mello. Beat him at his own game, Mello.
Carmelo heading back into the ring and getting that screwdriver to the midsection once again. And as Mike calls it, the best super kick in the business, and not enough to put Carmelo away. Mike telling him to stay down. Is Mike going for super kick number 2, perhaps?
I don't need that to beat you.
He doesn't need the screwdriver. He will take the super kick from his mentor, the Prodigy. But Carmelo getting Mike Dexter, I believe, in the ribs with the screwdriver. And now Carmelo. But Carmelo doesn't need the screwdriver.
No, please. Oh, God. Come on, no.
The STF that Carmelo has used so successfully, and that's a tap out.
That's it.
And that is the match. Carmelo is your winner. And Mike Dexter.
And the winner.
For Carmelo, this has to feel good. He's been waiting months for this. He gets to stay here in the SAWF. His career is not over. Mike Dexter is on his feet, offering his hand. A show of respect. The last thing I thought I would see between these two. But with this loss, Mike Dexter is no longer on commentary. Carmelo celebrating with his band, with that Carmelo memorabilia that he has. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah.
Join you right now.
Please go ahead. I just had to call that match Joey Styles style on my own.
What the Roger's cooking tonight.
You can
How you going,
surely
Lucas?
do that. I am good, especially after seeing the result of that match. You sent Mike Dexter straight to that central line.
Well, that's exactly what I said. See what happened? I could have ended this any time. I got to give credit though. Mike Dexter did give me a couple of good shots in the stomach.
Yep.
But I tell you what, it didn't work. Here we are. Showdown. Carmelo's 1-0. Enjoying your night so far?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I do have to apologize for anyone who's watching this for my voice right now. It's a little bit hoarse,
So we'll kick
but I'm
off.
still trying to push through, and we are going into our next match. It's cousin versus cousin,
Two Mexicans going at it.
and we will see
Sounds like
how
something
we
you'd find on the internet.
possibly we'll see how we've gotten to this point.
Yes.
They've had
I don't
quite
know.
a heated rivalry. We'll have a great video package for you.
Two Mexicans sounds like something you'd find on the internet.
And on a certain website, sure. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
I don't personally visit those websites.
I don't know, just type in two Mexicans, you might find something.
I'll keep that in
I mean,
mind.
no, I don't, yeah, try, I don't tell people to do it, but you know. Anyway, try to keep it a bit serious here. Feeling pretty good about myself, you know? I lost my clip to my band.
And that
The
is how
following
we've got.
contest is scheduled
So, I tell you
for
one thing
one
right now, like I
fall,
said to Mike.
and it is cousin v
Bit
cousin.
of incest right there.
Whoa.
I tell you, I was in the ring with both of these guys at Mind Games.
Yeah.
No communication between them. I tell you, these guys are going to beat the living shit out of each other tonight.
A lot of bad blood. I mean, we saw that all in the press conference. These two had nothing pleasant to say about one another.
Well, like I said, these guys have been going at it ever since, Zero Hour, they had the chance to win the briefcase. A lot of miscommunication between them.
Oh yeah, they had many opportunities against your brother.
It was way to the ring.
I hate this guy so much. The fact is, they had a lot of opportunity. One of them could have been the number one contender. As a matter of fact, one of them could have been the SAWF champion coming into Showdown.
I wouldn't go that far.
You never know. I mean, if they were working together, 2-on-1, they got the numbers advantage.
Yeah, that's
It could have been a very similar scenario to Prodigy James Anderson. Very hyped tonight. In a good mood.
Oh my god, I mean, what a night it has been so far, and we've just, we're only into the second match here tonight.
I know, we're only into the second contest tonight, and already we've got a bit of
Despondinary
family affairs happening. Happens to a lot of us, eh?
Almost like an episode of Jerry Springer or something like that.
This is almost like something out of the days of our life, I tell you. This is the man right here that's going to win it. Yeah! God! Yeah, fucking on, get the storm!
And the crowd!
Yeah! Yeah! I teamed up with that guy and I gotta tell you what. That dude is a very good man. Yeah!
It is good to have you all
Oh yeah.
back.
Very good to see good old Thunderstorm back here tonight.
We needed a hero, and here he is.
And here he is. Oh, look at these guys, they're going to go at it before the Bellingham rings. These guys are going to take each other apart.
Adam has his hands full with these two.
Well, I mean, he did a good job of officiating my match. I don't understand what they're saying, but I bet you they're yelling at each other, swearing and stuff.
Yeah, I've been saying for
They're probably
weeks
saying,
that
they're probably saying, fuck your family and...
Yeah, I've been saying for weeks that maybe there needs to be a Spanish translator or
Well, I
something.
mean, I could translate if it was in Italian, but I don't understand a word of Spanish.
No, I don't. Mike
Shut up!
Mike says that he went to Mexico, but
Yeah,
I don't know if
probably
that's
to
true.
run away. He'll probably go to Mexico now after losing.
And the match beginning, cousin versus cousin, Thunderstorm versus Responder.
I gotta show, I'm not Mike Dexter, I'm not unbiased, I'm going for Thunderstorm in this one.
I mean,
And
I
here
think-
they go, typical Lucha Libre wrestling here. I'm not really, but...
maybe by some definition, in some part of Mexico.
Yeah! I tell you what, this guy's from Nando's at Carolda Park. He probably
Really?
stocked up on a lot of Nando's before he came here tonight. He's pumped, ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, I was in the back.
I've seen him at Nando's a lot lately. Actually, he's very fancy of the quarter chicken and chips meal.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he told when he told me about that fake sponsorship that he wrote in crayon. That's what he told me to plug.
Yeah, he's very fond of that quarter chicken and chips meal.
Boo!
Yeah. What was that?
I just said
Oh,
boo.
oh. I thought you said who. Sorry, no. Very loud in the Sawf Arena tonight.
Oh my god, we got so much energy here. So the biggest crowd.
I feel like
in
jumping
history.
into the crowd myself.
I mean, that's why I just said boo there. I could feed off the energy
I
of that
feel like
crowd.
I am in the crowd right now. I tell you that much. If I didn't have this headset on, I'd be sitting right out there with the number one fan.
Oh yeah, you got a good chance to have a chat with him. Saw the memorabilia he has.
Hey, brought a framed caramello koala that I signed. Very, very interesting. The weirdest thing I've signed, I'd say. I don't sign a lot of things.
I was there when you signed it.
Yeah, it was very interesting. Wasn't it?
Yeah. And
I think there's one word I understood in that whole sentence. He said pussy. I don't know anything else that he said though.
maybe that means something else in Spanish.
Or possibly, yeah.
Maybe it means cat or something.
Yeah, I think pussy means cat.
Yeah, so back into the ring. Still no.
Look at these two. The machismo is oozing out of these two Mexicans. Thunderstorm now taking advantage.
What is he going for here?
What in the hell was that?
Just a forward roll.
That's just, you know what that is? That's just getting the crowd psyched up.
He can feel the energy of the crowd much like we can.
I can feel the energy. I want to have another match.
Double duty Carmelo.
Well, I mean, I don't really have anybody else to face. So.
Yeah, I mean, who else is there?
The Minion's not on the card.
I haven't seen him though.
Is that it?
Good.
Oh, come on, get out the corner, you. This is a problem with Respaldo. He's very conniving.
Yeah, very. I don't know what's going on in that head most of the time, but there's something in there that allows him to, be quite a successful competitor.
He's
here.
very, very conniving. I wouldn't trust him as far as I can throw him.
I think that was Thunderstorm's biggest mistake in trusting Respaldo for as long as he did.
This is the real Thunderstorm. What we saw over the last few months with Respaldo, that's not the real Thunderstorm.
No,
he's been brainwashed.
That was a very dark-sided Thunderstorm that we saw, and not the Thunderstorm that we all know.
That's not the Thunderstorm I know. Jesus!
A lot of impact.
Good God! He might be dead! Off of that one turnbuckle shot. Thunderstorm is dead! No, he's alive. Thunder!
The crowd and Mike Colley.
Come on, guys!
Thunderstorm.
They're not saying your name, you idiot! I tell you what, I want to go back at the crowd, and this is very fun.
We've got a great atmosphere.
I'm having a lot of fun
at
here
the
tonight. I
Sawf
might sit out here all night, I reckon.
I mean, we might be short of a commentator.
Well, yeah, Mike's nursing his wounds. That's a bit racist. Not everybody is his cousin that can do that.
Yeah.
I can do that. I'm not his cousin.
And this is that vicious side of Respaldo.
This is that side of Respaldo. That's. Hey, there we go. Look at that. Thunderstorm back in control of this. Yeah, just took the words right out of my mouth.
Great minds think alike is what they say.
That's right. How'd you pull up after the match against my brother last week?
I was a bit sore.
That's it. Sorry, I just got cut off there.
I mean, we got a big match going on and a big splash.
Thunderstorm with a big splash, channeling all the great masked Mexicans.
Yeah, I think a bit too much time passed there between the splash and the pinfall.
But I mean, Thunderstorm channeling his cousins, Rain and Snowstorm.
It's more than family matters in this day.
Oh. This is about Nando's. This is about Nando's, not just family.
Beyond family now.
Oh, when you bring Nando's into the conversation, it's just, forget about it. And that's it, a big kick there from Thunderstorm. And
Most definitely.
He's taking control here.
And what?
Oh no! See, that's the problem. You can't trust Respaldo.
He'll tell you one thing and he'll do another.
Yeah, exactly. You don't let your guard down against Respaldo. Oh, that was a big shot.
Got him right flush in the jaw.
That was a big shot. That was a big shot on a big show.
This is definitely a big show.
Oh God!
And, oh my God! The impact. You saw how that
you
resonated
see Thunderstorm
through
was
his
just
body.
flipping around like a fish out of water. Then
the impact just went.
And hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Thunderstorm going up to the top here.
Respaldo and Nero.
Oh, sorry, Respaldo.
Sorry, I don't even mean to.
No. I was looking at Thunderstorm. Look out! We could see a 450 spot. Oh, it's an axe handle.
Second row.
That's my move.
I think you should take that up with him.
Yeah, but everyone steals each other's moves here.
Only so many moves, you know.
Respaldo's not very happy here. He's arguing with the referee. That's not a wise move. How do you say three? It's un, dos, tres. Tres in Spanish.
Tres.
You didn't get tres. Here we go.
This
might be it. This might be it. Thunderstorm's got him. Oh, and a kick out.
Thunderstorm has pinned the Prodigy.
Yeah, with that very same. But you got to remember, Respaldo was a factor, I believe. But the fact is, that roll up, that catches you off guard.
I mean, and then there's that leverage, I imagine, as
Yeah,
well. Obviously, I've never been in that move. I've never done that move, but from
I
an
tell you one
observer
thing right now,
standpoint,
I did that to Thunderstorm mind games, and when you're in that position, it's very hard to get out.
there's a lot of pressure on the shoulders, and the choke
Look out,
slam.
choke slam here.
Thunderstorm.
Oh, Jesus!
What a punch!
That was an
Sending it
uppercut straight from the Gulf of Mexico.
straight into the turnbuckle.
Oh my God!
He calls that the peri kicking, and he's
The
going
what?
the peri kicking, and he's going for one more.
Another peri kicking. I love that
Number
move.
2. That was a very spicy peri
He might have
kicking.
That is
And
the hottest peri kicking
That's
I've
gotta
ever
be
seen. That's
it.
it. That's it. Thunderstorm is done.
is your winner, ladies
What
and
a
gentlemen.
win! What a win! I picked Thunderstorm on the pre-show and the preview.
I really like that preview. Great
So
job.
far, 2 for 2. Yeah! That's my type of Mexican right there. That's the Mexican on Mexican action I was telling you about.
On the website?
Yes.
Alright, cool.
You can see it all on Sawf.
Well, yeah, you can see it on YouTube later. I don't know how to say goodbye in Spanish. Adios! 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 Yeah!
Adios, amigos. See that?
Our amigo!
Thunderstorm with not one, but 2 counted. 2 peri kickings to pick up the victory. What a match I saw. Cousin versus cousin. Thunderstorm picking up a massive win. I believe that is his first win on PSP in a very, very long time.
Absolutely, but I mean, he deserves that Nando's feast that he's gonna have after this
Oh,
show.
I tell you what.
he's ordering the
Corona
menu.
Park Nando's is going to have a big feast waiting for him tonight.
They're gonna have a nice full cash register with that one.
Oh, they are, yes.
With that Showdown payday.
They are.
And we'll be moving into our next contest. It is a triple threat match to determine the number 1 contender. We'll be seeing how we've gotten in to that match.
The 3
coming up.
contenders. The 3 contenders tonight are James Anderson, Jack Blade, and Ryan Sampson. Who are you picking?
I think it's a matter of who wants it most. And I think
The hell is this guy doing out here?
Ryan Sampson. He's got a lot to prove.
He's still crying from his loss, I reckon.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have a 5-minute intermission!
You know, when this man says intermission, it makes me want to take an intermission.
Yeah, he
If that man
commands
told
an
me to
intermission.
jump off a cliff, I would probably do it.
Most
Actually,
definitely.
probably not. How you finding the show so far?
It's great, but this situation going on in my throat isn't. I would love to just let everyone know what's going on, but I'm doing my best here. Do we get an intermission too?
Well, I guess we can. We can go and have a little bit of a mingle around, I'd say, or should we just stay in our seats? I don't know what the plan is for us.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not hearing anything from
Do we
the
get
top.
any beers tonight?
Nothing's coming through.
Do we get any beers tonight?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sticking. I don't know how good a beer is for a throat, but
I don't know how long we're on intermission for tonight.
Said
but
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, this is my position.
It's my position too for now.
I'll be here all night. If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive, then will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep you by my side with my superhuman mind, kryptonite.
I reckon we should do a half-time show.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Should have taken that up with 50%. I think.
It looks like we're about to come back live and we're going to the Triple Threat Now elimination match.
Yeah, we found that out in the pre-show that this is now an elimination match. Jack Blade, James Anderson, Ryan Sampson. The winner will be the next number one.
The winner goes straight to Unchained to face whoever the SAWF champion is tonight between the Prodigy and Adrian Evans. These are two huge main event matches coming your way tonight.
This is going to be big, and I'm pretty sure we're going to get.
And it looks like we're going to find out, you're right, how we got here.
Yeah, we're going to see the path we took to this match.
So we know the history between Jack and Ryan. Got to find out the history.
But the introduction of James Anderson obviously is going to change that dynamic, and
big element in the mix. It's a big third participant to have in that mix.
Jack and Ryan must have been wanting to go for their third match because neither of their last two matches were decisive.
Well, no winners. No winners at all. So,
had a double count out, a double DQ.
Yeah. So what can they do next? A double they eliminate each other.
And here we go, the path to the number one match.
This is huge, right? The winner of this was straight to face the SAWF. Absolutely. This is a ticket. This is a ticket back to
Saying everything I've said before.
a ticket that I want.
All these words, they make no sense. I found this in ignorance. Less I hear, the less you say. You'll find that out anywhere.
We'll get credit where credit's due.
Everything you say to me takes me one step closer to the edge. And I'm about to break. I need a little room to break. 'Cause I'm one step closer to the edge. I'm about to break. And the answers aren't so clear.
You've never held that.
Wish I could find a way to disappear. All these thoughts, they make no sense. I found bliss in ignorance. Nothing seems to go away. Over and over again. Just like before. Everything you say to me takes me one step closer to the edge. And I'm about to break. I need a little room to break. 'Cause I'm one step closer to the edge. I'm about to break. Everything you say to me takes me one step closer to the edge. And I'm about to break. I need a little room to break. 'Cause I'm one step closer to the edge. And I'm about to break.
What a match that would be.
Yeah, I feel I made my wrestling debut a little late to be on Showdown, you know. Maybe
Shut up when I'm talking to you. Shut up.
Lucas Adams
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up when I'm talking to you. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
I mean, we can have a respect.
I'm about to break. Everything you say to me takes me one step closer to the edge. And I'm about to break. I need a little room to break. 'Cause I'm one step closer to the edge. I'm about to break. Everything you say to me takes me one step closer to the edge. And I'm about to break. I need a little room to break. 'Cause I'm one step closer to the edge. And I'm about to break.
What a great ending. Break.
I mean, I'm sure something like that is going to happen. Something is going to break during this match.
Oh, yeah. Someone's spirit.
Maybe
someone's
maybe
dignity.
even some bones.
Someone's hope. Someone's... I've got nothing else to say.
The following contest, ladies and gentlemen,
Here we go, my favourite part of the night.
is a triple threat elimination match for the number one contendership for the SAWF Championship!
I'll tell you what, this guy could be a front man. Oh, I thought he paused because of what I said.
For this match, all opponents will be in the ring at the same time.
Yeah! I told you, three-way. That's also something on the internet.
Really?
Talking to me?
I don't know. I don't know. The number one fan's pulling out for you or something. I'm not sure.
Making his way to the ring from Melbourne, South Australia, may I introduce to you, James Anderson!
So he wants me to break it. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting set for a massive triple threat match, and here comes a 3-time SAWF champion in James Anderson, the man who took the title away from me.
And he definitely wants another opportunity at that championship.
Josh, I tell you what though, I've been in the ring with James Anderson multiple times over the last few months, and this guy has got a lot. He's very good. I'm going to give it to him. He's not a 3-time champion for nothing, but I don't like his tactics. The way he's gone about it.
Oh, no.
He is a 3-time champion, but his tactics are very, very questionable.
He definitely conducts himself quite poorly.
From the slums of Shaolin, and ready to strike again with the tiger style. The cowboy from hell riding on a storm and ready to score.
Nice humans.
Ryan.
Sounds like Ryan Sampson to me.
Samson, taking you through the 36 chambers of death, kid. Now come on and bring the ruckus.
A big entrance.
Over this town.
But I tell you, nothing like singing your own entrance, right?
I guess so.
John Cena did it, Chris Jericho does it, Carmelo should do it, and here comes a second participant in this triple threat match. The man that has probably the most to gain. He's never, like you said, never been a champion before. Never been a champion before. This is his big opportunity to get a #1, to get an SAWF championship match at Unchained. I'm just looking forward to when Jack Blade comes out here. Ryan Sampson.
The mood will change.
Ryan Sampson and Jack Blade.
Jack Blade is out here. A little bit.
I'm ready to see some people beat the living shit out of each other. It's my favourite time of the
Here
day.
he comes.
Here he comes. The man himself. The clown himself. Very loud. A very loud response for Jack Psycho Blade. Hey, let me tell you, I've teamed up with this guy. He is very good. I think this is my pick right here to win the triple threat match. Right here. A very loud theme song. I can barely hear myself think. But I tell you what, this guy right here, like I said, he's my pick. He's charging into the main event at Unchained.
Strong contender here, a former SAWF champion.
We'll have a look at this ring. We've got, between these guys, 4 times the championship has been held between them.
Ryan Sampson, the odd
Man,
man.
that's the...
But that's why I think he's got it. Because Ryan Sampson, he needs this
Look,
more than anyone else.
Look, I'll agree with you on that one. Hey, look.
You know as well as
Sawf
I do
was.
that the contract read, I'm with commentary after tonight.
You got Mike Dexter out
I've got
here.
this match and the main event commentate.
We're just having some fun, Lucas. Oh,
Yeah,
looks like I'm
but-
gonna
You
be...
make me you were the better man, just let me take over for the
I
rest of the
guess.
night. And then never again.
Well, it looks like I'm out of here for tonight. Looks like I'm going to go to the back and watch the rest of tonight's show.
Well, enjoy it from your vantage point. Joining me back on commentary, it is, and for the last time that last show he'll be here for. It is Mike Dexter joining us for the #1 contenders match and a concussion creator to start us off right now. The Death Rattle. Mike is just getting his headset on.
Right there, Lucas. Brand new equipment for Showdown. Obviously, it's my last show on commentary. Carmelo was the better man. He did add in that stipulation, which I did agree to, and he did beat me in. We've got a huge #1 contenders match.
And we are getting, due to taking out James Anderson, we are getting the match that maybe these two wanted.
Right, yeah.
going on. Now they're just getting each other. They can take their frustrations out on one another and maybe finally have a definitive answer to who is better, Ryan Sampson or Jack.
Of course, James Anderson gained entry in this match by beating both of his opponents in a handicap match when Ryan Sampson turned on Jack Blade.
And I mean, we saw in the pre-show that you were on the phone with James Anderson, maybe game planning this match a little bit. How does this fit into the game plan?
I was on the phone with my boy.
Yeah, your boy.
My boy, yeah.
Yeah, that's in this match.
My boy is definitely in this match.
All right.
I don't know about game planning. I just, wishing him well on his upcoming victory. Oh, and a vicious shot there.
And oh my God, into the ring post, and with that momentum, almost into the crowd.
Absolutely. And I do believe this is an elimination match.
Yes, we found that out on the pre-show that this is now elimination.
Of course, Jack Blade sporting a different look.
A very different look. Still a very fitting look.
Absolutely.
Blade. And into the ropes. And 1, 2. Not enough to put away Ryan Sampson. You said on your preview show with Carmella that you picked Ryan Sampson to win.
I did.
I was just talking to Carmelo, he asked me what my opinion was, and we don't agree often, but I agree. Ryan Sampson, this is a matter of who wants the most, and I think Ryan Sampson, he's got the most to prove. He's never been the SAWF champion.
He has Jack Blade from a champion, James Anderson from a 3-time champion. No disrespect to James or anything, but I feel it's time to move on from the old school kind of... James has been here since day one. Even Jack Blade's been here. I believe May made his debut maybe in 2015. Ryan Sampson made his in-ring debut not even a year ago. He was the freshest man coming to this business.
He was not on Showdown too.
He was a referee.
But he was a referee. He was on it, but he was not a wrestler yet.
I feel it's time to bring him in, but on this roster, I do believe he's one of the least experienced men.
James Anderson and Jack Blade are currently taking turns dissecting, but there's always a plan B in the higher powers.
We've got plans A all the way to Z.
Probably even got some Japanese characters in there too. You got a lot of plans.
I don't believe either of us have been to Japan, but...
You worked in Mexico though.
I wouldn't say work, it was more of an extended vacation.
And James Anderson now in control. I mean, they took him out early, but that gave him so much of an opportunity to just kind of rest out here, let those two take each other out and come in and pick the corpse.
And you have to think whoever goes on to win this match, we're keeping a close eye on our main event, because at Unchained, I do believe the main event will be the winner of this match versus the winner of our big Anything Goes 30-minute Iron Man
Absolutely. They're gonna go in the back, but they're gonna be on the monitor, taking, and if they're smart, they'll be taking notes on both of the competitors, so they're ready for that match at Unchained. And both Ryan Sampson and Jack Blade in the corner. What is James Anderson going for here? All of the body weight crashing in.
And you gotta believe, no matter who wins this match and no matter who wins the main event, we're going to see an incredible matchup at Unchained for the championship. I, for one, would love to see higher powers versus higher powers in a good, clean, competitive match.
We could very well see that. We could also potentially see Ryan Sampson versus Adrian Evans, the breakup, the official end of the Cowboys of Hell. We know that they're not together anymore, but that match could potentially signify the actual end of that former friendship, and James Anderson is firmly in control, so we may get the James Anderson and Prodigy dream at Unchained.
I mean, the amount of times that they've squared off, those matches have been disappointing.
Huge leg drop right there. Two.
Only a 2 count.
Very close, and got Ryan Sampson straight across the throat there.
These two men, a lot of history. Of course, Jack Blade kidnapped me late last year. James Anderson winning the championship just to free me.
We have that car bonnet right behind us that I think James got delivered into that with the aggravated assault from Jack Blade.
Oh, and these morons.
Do you think Jack Blade maybe has more minions than we expected?
And usually Jack Blade, you'd think his actions would be against what the crowd would want, but big fan favorite. He's the biggest fan favorite in this match.
Jack Blade firmly in control right now.
And you hear, I'm having a hard time hearing my own voice because the crowd is so loud for Jack Blade right now.
Energy in this arena right now for Jack Blade, which is the last thing I thought I would be saying, but here we are.
Like, I thought Ryan Sampson...
Very cocky pin, but you gotta hold the shoulders. You've gotta hold the shoulders.
I thought Ryan Sampson would get the majority of the crowd support, but that is not the case. The crowd are really digging what Jack Blade is all about.
That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe he's got some more minions than we thought, and maybe they're...
You think they're scattered around the arena here in the SWF arena?
I'm not sure, but that may be the case. Into the turnbuckle.
What? I said, you're not my #1 contender.
A fan having some choice words there with James Anderson, and the crowd back on the side of Jack Blade. Great roll and insecurity.
Knocking James Anderson in the corner.
Jack Blade in control right now, making that turn to Ryan Sampson, a big mistake. That's the problem with a triple threat match. You have to have eyes in the back of your head. You have to know where you've got to be at all times.
Don't know why James broke that up, but it's elimination match.
Yeah, I heard on the pre-show that this is an elimination match. Not sure why the pinfalls are being broken up there, but maybe they want the glory for themselves.
I mean, if I was James, or if I was anyone in this match, I just sit in the corner of the ring, let my two opponents do all the work.
Ooh, landed awkwardly on that one. And again, I'm not... James was the one who told me it was elimination as well.
You hear James saying his match. He wants the
glory, I think. He wants the glory. That's what it is.
Despite the fact that it's an elimination match.
You got a problem? Yeah, I got a problem.
Oh my god. I don't think Ryan Sampson cares about your problems. He cares about punching you in the goddamn
face. I think Ryan
face.
Sampson cares about winning this match and going on to Unchained to face off for that championship.
Well, that's what I was saying. I think Ryan Sampson wants it the most. He needs this. He needs this to justify everything he's ever done here in the SAWF.
Jack Blade grabbing the photo and tripping Ryan Sampson.
That. Maybe Ryan Sampson hit his head wrong. No, he's still conscious. I was a little unsure that maybe he hit his head wrong, maybe got knocked unconscious with that one. Usually you wouldn't think a trip would warrant a pin, but... And suplex! That...
Once again, breaking up the pin. For some reason, James wants...
He wants that glory. He wants to, I assume, pin them both. Show that there's,
Although, if you were in there, you've had a match, obviously not going your way.
I guess.
But if you were in there in that position, wouldn't you want your opponent to do the work? Eliminate each other and then come in at the end?
Absolutely. I think that's a smart option. You would.
So I don't know why James Anderson is continuing to break up the pins. It's an elimination match.
I think
he can swipe in at the end and get the win that way.
I think he doesn't want any questions. He doesn't want Ryan Sampson to go, oh, well, you didn't pin me. Or he doesn't want Jack Blade to go, oh, well, you didn't pin me. If he pins them both, he is definitively the #1 contender, and neither of them can say anything about it. There's a pinfall, almost it.
He would like to pin them both at the exact same time.
That would work. That ends it quicker. He can go into the back. He can have some popcorn or a Cadbury marble or whatever he's going to be eating today.
Anderson loves his food.
You got to think though, maybe Jack Blade can feed off this energy from this crowd and convert it into some success here. Some
choice words
Whoa.
there from Ryan Sampson.
We got a big crowd today, and they had to hear that.
The psycho chant.
Not what I was expecting to hear here at Showdown, but that is the beauty of
A
it.
double octopus DDT.
And
James grabbing his neck.
whoa, that was so close right there. He almost had it, and I think he
Jap
no-
like pulling a steel chair from under
no disqualification in a triple threat match.
Just
I'm
like my
pretty sure.
match, I don't want to make this show about me, but my match was no DQ.
Yeah, and you lost it.
I did.
Oh my god.
Hey, I'll be the first to admit it. As soon as I came out here, I told Carmelo who was the better man. And a big shot with that
I mean,
chair.
you did offer him the hand. It was a great show
I
of
did.
respect there.
He beat me. I respect him.
Yeah.
We're done. It's a dead issue to me. Obviously, I won't be on commentary after tonight. So as far as I'm concerned, any issue that
Oh my
Carmelo
god.
has with me is one-sided. from
I
now
think that leg DDT was right onto the chair,
on.
and
And let's not forget Ryan Sampson's history with knee issues.
I was about to say the same thing. He's got not a great knee, it seems, not held on by a lot.
He wrestled Prodigy in a one-on-one match.
And
Shortly before Wrestle War, and Prodigy targeted me, even hitting Concerto onto the knee. I was special guest referee for that match, and I was in the ring, and I saw how cool that was, and kept attacking the knee after the match. That's just one instance, but we've
and
seen
now
time and time again.
James Anderson has the chair.
The crowd want James to give Jack the chair. He's going to give him the chair, but maybe not in the way that they want him to. What is he? Why did he just give him the chair? Oh.
Maybe not the smartest decision
I thought he was going to hit
James
him with
Anderson
the
has
chair,
ever made.
but he just gave the chair up. You see Ryan Sampson sliding and try to break that up. Why they keep him trying to break up?
Maybe there was a change that I didn't hear about. I'm pretty sure this is elimination though.
Did the ring announcer call it a
I mean, I'm not.
Because
I think so. I mean, you were in the back. I'm pretty sure he said it was elimination, and we were told on the pre-show that it was
Because
elimination.
I did see part of the pre-show and I did see the announcement.
I mean, I haven't been fed any other contradictory
Has
information.
Adrian Evans been out here?
I
Because
haven't
he's
seen
got a
him.
direct line to the 50% owner. Maybe the 50% owner told Adrian Evans. And Adrian Evans hasn't clued you in.
I think Adrian Evans is more concerned about
Absolutely,
his
so maybe the
match.
50% owner thought that Adrian Evans would relay the message, but just didn't.
Maybe. God, a shoulder right to the midsection of
I felt that
James
one.
Anderson. That was a big one. And 1, 2, and so close, but James Anderson making himself the difference maker in this elimination triple threat match.
Absolutely. Oh, and a big uppercut. Oh, and they're
And
just teeing up the double teaming.
They're
Jack
sending
Blade.
Jack Blade back and back and forth,
Oh, and just straight
and
down.
he's finally down. Ryan Sampson.
Hey, buddy, get out of the match.
Oh, whoa! That knee caught him flush. I would pin him. I would pin that guy. I just need in the
think Ryan
face.
Sampson is out.
Excuse me while I just defront your favourite.
And there's the leg drop.
Leg drop there. Best leg drop in the business, brother.
And what is James
James Anderson going
looking
onto the
for some
ring.
goods under 50% of his ring?
Oh, is
The
that a
kendo stick. Uh-oh. And what? Oh my god.
Oh, and vicious shot.
Oh my god, right into the back.
I can do it all.
Oh, and James Anderson accidentally nut shot himself.
And we have a triple down right now.
The man hit himself in the testicles with a kendo stick.
And these people are loving it right now.
That must be one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
The referee counting this triple down.
Usually there's no count in a triple threat, but
I would think
I guess referee's discretion.
we want a winner in this one.
And if they're all down, does the winner go to a fatal four-way match at Unchained?
I'm not quite sure. 8 and and I think
Jack Blade was on his feet first, which broke the count.
But now they are all firmly
on
their feet.
Even playing ground.
And straight to James Anderson. Great knee.
Do you think that's a bit odd that Samson didn't go target Jack Blade?
I'm not quite sure, but I think James was the closer target.
I mean, they had the pure hatred that these two have for each other. I thought he would have just gone.
I mean, maybe right now he can put his hatred of Jack Blades away for a second and think about the SAWF title.
I do believe Ryan Sampson has only had one-on-one match for that championship in an open challenge against Crisis when Crisis was the champion.
Get up, Jack!
Not quite enough just yet to put Jack Blade away.
Somebody get this guy.
Big Irish whip and vintage Anderson. Pushing Ryan Sampson to the side and picking up Jack Blade.
Ryan Sampson has spilled to the outside, Jack Blade and James Anderson.
Oh, with a big sidewalk slam.
That takes the wind out of you, and was that a 2 or a 3?
I think the referee saying it's a 2 count.
A 2, I think. I mean, he must have gotten out just in time that the referee couldn't stop his hand from hitting the mat, but it was
absolutely right. I mean,
shoulder
it's not
up
the
at
worst
the right time.
referee watch we've ever seen here, but a big mistake on the biggest show of the year.
And bringing.
But of course, Adam Orful is not usually a referee. He's usually out here with us on commentary. Of course, one would think he'd be out here with you just solely after my loss tonight, going forward.
I mean, but we had a call to action for a referee, and he took it, and that's where he is. And
of course, our usual referee, no showing once again. And Samson going up top.
What is this? It the fatal flying guillotine.
Oh my goodness! This guy and his names for all these moves. Oh, that discus. Clothesline.
Ryan Sampson now has his pickings. Who
dragging
is he going
Jack Blade
to pin?
Close to the turnbuckle.
I think
could this be?
He's thinking about it.
The Samson bomb.
He's putting it all on the line.
Actually, is that what he calls this? I'm a bit razzled.
I'm pretty sure it is a Samson bomb. His entire body.
He doesn't go for the pin. Oh, he looks like
number 2.
He's going up again. He's going to hit one on James Anderson.
And this is a big
and the hypocrites in the crowd suddenly stopped cheering for Jack Blade and cheering for Ryan Sampson.
He gave them what they wanted to see.
And another breakup, despite the fact we were told that this is an elimination match. I don't know what's happening.
I even told Ryan came out on commentary, and I let him know. Maybe no one told Jack, I guess. And double underhook DDT right there. That could very well be it. Tucking that arm away and still rolling the shoulder up at the very last second.
The SAWF Championship is the most important thing in this company. These men, they're not going to keep anyone down too easy with that championship in the distance and Unchained. Jack Blade getting both of his opponents up.
What is he doing here? A meeting of the minds right now.
Knocker.
Those
Stomping, I believe, on the throat of Ryan Sampson. Jack Blade is a very vicious individual. Former SAWF champion, of
firm
course.
strike right there.
No rest for the wicked.
Another firm strike.
Let's go, Blade! Let's go!
Once again, the crowd cheering for Jack Blade.
Let's go! Let's go, Blade!
I do believe, I don't know if you brought this up earlier tonight, but I do believe we've broken the official SAWF attendance record. This is the most amount of people we've had in the SAWF arena for a show, and I'm quite happy it's for Showdown.
Yeah, most definitely. We did bring that up, but this is a big crowd with a big energy right now. And that's what these wrestlers want, a lot of energy to feed off of.
I could hear the energy from the crowd from my match, and they have not slowed down at all throughout the night.
And what is Jack Blade thinking of here?
Ryan Sampson with the shots. Standing on Jack Blade, using the ropes for leverage.
And all three competitors have given it their all, and still no one has gotten a clear advantage right now.
Absolutely, right now we see Ryan Sampson, but just as Ryan Sampson gets on top, we could potentially James Anderson or Jack Blade get that advantage back. It's been, back and forth between the three men. Cover and once again a break up.
Once again.
I was right here! He would have been eliminated! We could have killed each other for all I care!
So he did point out his elimination match. We just did hear that, so I don't know why everyone's been broken at pins or match.
Taking out you once and for all, Anderson.
Double RAV
right here, and that could be what James Anderson needs.
And he's fallen on top.
And that
it looks like a double pin.
Wait.
Is that a double pin?
Wait.
Double. James Anderson is the winner by.
Huh?
But Jack Blade and Ryan Sampson have pinned each other, eliminating each other, leaving James Anderson as the victor of this match.
Of a double elimination, here's your winner,
Wow, that is one of the most craziest things I've ever seen in SAWF.
By hook or by crook, James Anderson is the #1 contender for the
We will see James Anderson versus either the Prodigy or Adrian Everton at Unchained. Never had any doubt. My boy, you saw me on the phone to him on the pre-show. My boy, getting the win.
And with that, we'll be moving into our main event of the
it looks like we're not done here. Jack Blade staring down Ryan Sampson.
These two aren't finished with each other just yet. What a match that was, Mike.
One of the best matches I've ever had the pleasure of doing on my last night in commentary.
And we'll be moving in to our big main event, the 30-minute Iron Man match.
30-minute anything goes Iron Man match.
We will have a video showing us our
Absolutely.
path to this
Big
point.
16-month journey for these two men.
Big match coming up, a big fight feel for this one.
Absolutely. This is what we're here for. One of the biggest main events in SNWF history.
And what a show it's been so far.
I didn't see much of it. Of course, I got a bit of glimpses.
But you
of-
were a part of it.
I got a bit of glimpses of Thunderstorm versus De Niro in the back when I was, recuperating from any injuries I may have sustained in my match.
Not just, I think, getting everything ready for this big main event coming up. And I think we'll be seeing how we've gotten to this point.
Absolutely.
I need to step into the back real quick. I just need to go to the toilet. long time coming.
16 months in the making. It ends here tonight at Showdown
Ladies
between
and gentlemen.
Adrian Evans.
The following contest is a 30-minute Iron Man Anything Goes match for the SAWF Championship! Now, every pinfall and submission counts for 1 point, and at the end of 30 minutes, the wrestler with the most points wins the title. However, if they're drawn up for 30 minutes, we're going to overtime, baby! Let's beat out wrestlers!
A lot of energy here at the SAWF Arena.
Never all having a good time.
Is the sound of madness. Everybody on your feet, people! Everybody up, hands in the air! Yeah, I get it, you're an outcast. Always under attack, always coming in last, bringing up the back. No one owes you anything, I think. You need a shotgun blast, the kick in the ass, so paranoid. Watch it burn!
Introducing first! It's your Showdown! All the way from the Wild Wild West, can I introduce you?
I think this is your boy. He tried to help you with the championship, but he screwed the prodigy.
Yeah, to try it. I don't know. I didn't ask him for it.
He hit the prodigy for the title. I wouldn't surprise me if you put him up to it.
I didn't organize it. He just happened to do that. The sound of madness following the Lone Ranger, Adrian Evans.
Of course, the first man I've ever been to start my streak. Unfortunately, my streak ended tonight. And all on his fans cheering this man.
1 year ago at Showdown 2, Adrian Evans was going to be
Alright, here's gonna be the main event. He's gonna wrestle Jack Blade on the undercard.
going to be at Showdown.
Yes.
But it all got ripped away from him.
Yes, when the prodigy injured him because this man broke my finger. Good old fashioned payback.
An eye for an eye, you say.
Yes, absolutely right. Having been technical difficulties.
That's just how it is sometimes. It happens. And his opponent.
My man, Prodigy. Almost beat his twin brother earlier tonight, but it just wasn't meant to be. Carmelo was a better man. Carmelo won his match, and now his brother's about to win his match.
That was the framed Carmelo Koala.
The Prodigy is in no mood tonight.
The Prodigy has said it himself. He doesn't care what those people think, and he doesn't care what those people think. He doesn't care about the people at
You
home.
have the duty of interviewing the Prodigy at our press conference. You brought up people on the internet commenting about it. They told you to your face. He doesn't care about the comments on the internet.
All he cares about is that SAWF Championship.
Once the Prodigy wins this match or retains his title, I would love to see the Prodigy Lucas Roger too. Would you like to see that?
I mean, I don't know, maybe if I had a bit more time to prepare.
I mean, hey, I saw an independent YouTuber has uploaded it to their own channel.
Can I leave this here with you? Yeah. Can I leave this here with you?
I do believe an independent YouTuber uploaded your match in full to YouTube, and last I saw it was sitting at almost 130 views. So hey, maybe you have a bit more time, but that would be a big money PSV match, drawing more fans.
I mean, Prodigy did say to me, get trained, maybe you get another shot, but right now it's about
Is Adrian
Adrian
Evans going to train
Evans.
you? Is Carmelo going to train you?
Look, we're not talking about that right now. We have
okay.
our
We've got a big
we
main
have our
event.
30-minute Iron Man match. Anything goes in this one. Prodigy versus Adrian Evans. The SAWF world title is on the line.
Absolutely.
This is for everything. This is why every single man in the SAWF is here.
Hey, every commentator. As well,
I mean,
not just the
we
wrestlers.
saw that
You had
on
a
Takedown
championship match.
82. Every single man here at the SAWF wants this
Albeit it's
title.
because I filled out your name on that form, but you know, I still haven't gotten a thank you for that yet.
And we are, there we go.
We've got the
The
timer on
timer
the screen.
has been started. 30 minutes on the clock. So no matter what happens, no matter how many pinfalls, no matter how many submissions, we will be here for at least 30
Do
minutes.
you have a official prediction? How many falls? Because I gave mine on the previous show.
I mean, it's so hard to say at this point.
For those who
I'm
missed,
gonna say 3-2 in Adrian Evans' favor.
funny you said, because if you missed the previous show, go watch it. It's on YouTube. I said 3-2 in Prodigy's favor, and it would be tied up going into sudden death.
And
But Carmelo, who joined me for that preview, he did said be 1-1 at the and going to sudden death, and he said his brother would get the win, get the final fall in
Well,
overtime.
that's the thing. There's so much shit that can happen. Potentially, neither of these two can even get a single pinfall on each other in 30
and
minutes.
even so, what happens if we go into overtime and we get that double pin like we saw in that triple threat? Do they go
can happen.
again, or do they just leave it at that?
I'm sure the 50% owner would chime in. We know they are always watching.
She's always watching.
We
I
don't-
don't know who this person is. I've never seen them.
All right, and Prodigy has the arm of, and what is?
Oh, big reversal there.
He's got the arm wrenched real tight
These two men.
and kicked straight to the arm.
I believe it was the first ever main event of Takedown when we came back in 2019. These two men main evented that show. So this has been going on since November of 2019.
This is these two have been here for a very long time in the SAWF.
Prodigy making his debut 10 years ago. He's been here for a while. Evans, I believe, made his in-ring debut in 2015.
And we all know when Adrian Evans first got here, he was very young, very ready to get into this business, and
He didn't even have a name. He was just a kid back then.
he's grown up here.
He's no longer a kid. He's proven he can hang.
And I don't know about their interactions, but at the very least, by growing up here in the SAWF, Adrian Evans has grown up around the program.
Absolutely.
This has been something I think that has been growing for a very long time.
Maybe, I think it was you or Adam who brought this up. maybe back in the day, maybe up to the Prodigy, I counted maybe James Anderson was more of the person than Adrian Evans, but they have been around each other. And the person Adrian Evans is, I think he's always studying, always watching his opponents carefully. Sure, he wasn't ready for that encounter at Mind Games when the Prodigy cashed in, but he should always be ready when the Prodigy had that briefcase.
Well, you got to think, even if maybe Adrian Evans was never the protege of the Prodigy, but you got to think you always look up to who is successful, and the Prodigy has always been successful.
Keep your eyes on everyone, not just the main event stars. You will always have the scout competition because you can be put up against anyone in that ring, and Adrian Evans right now has the advantage.
His precise kicks into the DDT on the leg, working on the leg of the Prodigy right now. Going to take out that vertical base.
Prodigy number 2.
That's a good one.
For someone who doesn't care what the people think, I think he's letting it get to him a little bit. I think Prodigy might have
just giving them what they want, thinking that they're getting in his head, but he's going to focus. He's never been more focused in his career, in his life, than he is right now for this match.
I mean, you said you were training with him for your match, so you've obviously had a lot of time to, talk with the Prodigy and know how he's feeling.
Well, we didn't talk too much about his match. He was more so focusing on mine, but
I mean, I imagine the chat comes up anyway. This is such a big match.
I do believe he sat down with you here on the pre-show to talk about this match, and I do believe he said he gives credit where credit due. He's not looking past Adrian Evans tonight. Maybe the Prodigy from 16 months ago would have looked past Adrian Evans. But even, I believe it was Unchained last year, Adrian Evans beat the Prodigy in only 5 minutes.
We still have 25
We've still got 25 minutes of this 30-minute match. This is going to end quickly. You can't win the match quickly, but you can sure lose it.
But you can see
if you let your opponent deal too much damage, you might have lost it even with 24 minutes left to go.
Well, my point kind of extends from that. You can see the way that these two are wrestling. They are wrestling.
Dropkick, you see, he's targeting the injured. Adrian Evans, as I said, studying his opponents. He watches, he knows where the weak spot is.
These two are wrestling a marathon, not a sprint. No one's pulling out all these big crazy moves to share.
See Adrian Evans pulling out the kendo stick. We saw that come into play in the triple threat.
The first example of anything goes. And looking maybe
Are
you
you
some more
surprised that Adrian Evans is the first one to bring out the weapon?
I mean, it's anything goes.
But
He can.
here's the thing, Adrian Evans, what I think from here, he likes to out-wrestle his opponents. He likes to short no DQ.
I mean,
but I would have thought maybe the Prodigy would be the first to bring out a weapon.
Maybe Adrian this is too important.
He's beating the Prodigy to his own game. He's got his eyes focused on that championship, trying to win it back for the third time, become only the third man to hold that championship 3 times.
That's exactly it. Almost the first fall there, but that's exactly it. This is for the title. Right now, I think Adrian Evans is just focused on winning. It's not about out-wrestling them. It's not about wrestling his way. It is about winning this match.
Whoever gets that first fall controls the rest of the match.
Well, I imagine it would be so demoralizing to lose that first fall because then you're having to fight. You have to
chase. You're from behind. See, Adrian Evans gets the first fall. I'm not saying he would do this, but he could waste time on the outside. There are no countouts. He could duck and dodge if he gets that first fall. The Prodigy could do it as well. You duck and dodge and you're up 1-0.
But at the same time, when you're ahead, you don't want to take it too easy. You don't want to let your guard down too much.
A vicious low blow.
That's
that
it.
Candlestick.
Anything goes. These two can do whatever they want to each other.
I hit the man's brother with a low blow in the opening match. Maybe he was out back watching, picking up ideas.
I mean, obviously you trained together, so you probably shared ideas and stuff like that. And
Right into the apron and
into the apron, the hardest part of the ring. Face first, but stopping it this time.
oh, and now the Prodigy goes into it.
And what is... And Adrian chant breaking out into the crowd right now, and you know Adrian Evans loves to feed off the energy of the people.
I'm actually quite surprised. I think Jack Blake got a bigger crowd response from the crowd than Adrian Evans. Adrian Evans loved by the audience, usually more than this.
Adrian Evans having a word with Carmelo's number 1 fan, or Prodigy's number 2, whatever that means.
I think he's saying Prodigy's number 2.
Oh, 2, and Adrian Evans number 1.
Well, I think Carmelo's number 1, Prodigy's number 2. I don't know where this what this guy's been smoking, but it has to be something really good. I gotta get some of him.
I think he's had too many caramello koalas to eat.
He puts edibles in those.
The ankle lock. I don't know what goes in them, but there's a lot of pressure going into this move right now.
Don't tap. I tapped out tonight and it was so embarrassing, but no. Of course, there's no rope breaks.
The thing is as well, when you're in a submission like this, maybe you do want to give them the fall, because you don't want to be in that position for too long.
Did you see how fast I was tapping?
Oh,
I tapped out straight away.
Trust me, brother, I know about tapping out real fast.
I didn't want that SDF to get on. Oh, and he's reversed it. And kicks. And also, maybe the injured knee takes into effect already, and we see we're down to almost 20 minutes left on the clock. No falls have been had in almost 10 minutes of action.
But that's the thing, these two have not been trying to exert themselves too much. They haven't been doing those big, crazy moves just yet, but they're starting.
Best high knee in the business.
They're starting to build into it.
Cover. And a kick out there.
Because that's the thing, you can put all of your energy into taking them out for a fall, but if you still got 20 minutes that you've got to sit in that ring and you've just expended all of your energy, what are you going to do? And now we have, I think, a sleeper hold.
Slowing it down, bringing it to his pace.
Exactly, and it's about that conservation of energy. There are still over 19 minutes on that clock. They still have to be in that ring for 19 more minutes.
Absolutely.
You want to be able to keep yourself. No disqualification in this one.
Obviously, rope break doesn't come into effect because they're in the ring.
However, you can still use those ropes for leverage. And as well, feeding off the energy of the crowd, they are firmly behind Adrian Evans.
Back elbow. I thought he was going to go for his vintage knees.
Not bringing that out just yet. Maybe wants to work on weakening Prodigy a little bit more. And
Enziguri looks like it may have caught the arm.
And what?
Why do you never fall?
A lot of fortitude on the part of Prodigy, not falling to those kicks.
Oh, and he's got the kendo stick.
You know what? Returning the favor.
I'm unbiased. It's not just a nickname. Turnabout's fair play.
And what is Adrian Evans thinking of now?
I think he was trying to get the fans to clap along, but obviously they didn't care about him anymore. He could have taken the man's head off and then kicked to the gut.
And right to the midsection.
Right to the midsection. Beautiful move. That kind of looks like when I was attacking Carmelo with a screwdriver.
And the belt.
We saw Adrian Evans hit the Prodigy with that when you had a championship.
Maybe a bit of a receipt there on that one, and that is fall. I thought that was fall number 1 right there. I'm not sure how Adrian Evans.
You got to choose kind of a belt shot. Prodigy didn't.
But to be fair, what did I do to the Prodigy before that? Exactly.
He let you put in the Boston Crab, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
You put him in some kind of submission.
Yeah, it was a Boston Crab.
You tried to hit a super kick. He grabbed your leg, right?
Yeah. That was I think
Okay.
the biggest mistake.
Out of my super kick from tonight, your attempted super kick, who had a better super kick?
I mean, I guess you actually hit yours.
I did.
So,
I did.
and we
Here
were
comes that
just
boss
talking
grab,
about
That
it.
vicious boss
I know what
grab.
it's like to be in that move from
Hey, I was
that
put
person.
in a submission earlier tonight.
And, yep, using the ropes for
Losing the ropes
leverage.
for leverage, pushing the prodigy off.
While there isn't any official rope breaks, you can still use them for
Like,
leverage.
Sorry to bring it back to my match, but did you see how close Carmelo put me in that submission when I was at the ropes? I could have made the ropes, but there are no rope breaks, so I didn't even
You didn't-
try.
Yeah,
There
I
was
mean-
no point. Just like this match, although he's using it for leverage, Adrian Evans playing the smart game. Whenever he can, try and use the ropes to push himself off.
And Adrian Evans,
Just
Prodigy,
staring down at each other.
facing off with one another. Neither of these competitors have managed to put each other away, and we are almost halfway into this one.
Absolutely. We've got 16:08 on the clock. We're almost at that halfway point.
And a powerful strike there from
Adrian Evans firing up.
this is just firing Adrian Evans up more into the
Oh.
top turnbuckle pad. And what the...
Oh, again, just you
These
hear the man. He's still standing.
he is not able to put
He
Adrian
wants
Evans
more.
down just yet, but
Oh, and he blocks. He gets the leg up and another block.
and
The prodigy
returning
in
the
turnbuckle
favor
this
right
time.
there. Adrian Evans is now in control. Can he convert this into a point for this one?
Going for the hat trick.
We are officially halfway into this match. We got just under 15 minutes left.
And I
no
think he's
full
calling for
gates.
that knee.
Patent vintage knee strike there from Adrian Evans.
Prodigy he's still standing though, but he could be using those ropes in that corner to keep him up. And is he thinking of one more? That's what the crowd seems to want. And
Oh, and he moves.
And that's the thing, when you repeat a move over and over again, you give your opponent the opportunity to scout it out, to work it out. And that is what happened right
Oh,
there.
and a big kick there.
And
Oh. What a kick that was.
now but Prodigy he's trying to capitalize. A lot of time has
And a
passed.
cover. He can't even get a full cover. It's just
Not
one
just
arm.
the arm, and
across.
only a 2 count from the referee, and we still have yet to have our first fall here in this Iron Man match.
Absolutely.
Could vary. I mean, at this point, it doesn't seem like either of these competitors are going to stay down. Adrian Evans spilling to the outside.
He's having use, right?
Yeah, no, it's
It's
fine.
all yours. Adrian Evans coming and taking
Needing a bit
the
of
bottle
a
of
water break.
Oh, and he just throws
Spraying him
water
with
into
the
the
water.
Prodigy's face.
That doesn't do a lot of damage, but it does a lot of mental damage.
Oh,
And hitting him
hitting
with the water bottle.
Prodigy with the water bottle.
And what? Oh my god. But he's right, Prodigy does not
Just imagine
stay
if that
down.
bottle was a glass bottle.
Well, it wasn't, so...
Well, thank goodness for that.
And
Oh, I believe Adrian Evans went head first straight into
Mind
the
if I jump on commentary for a second?
Take it.
There's a headset
Hey guys,
for
finding
you.
the match so far?
I
Don't really care.
Okay.
Well, I was going to say it's a really intense match where the Prodigy will definitely win.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to...
Oh,
And
and
returning
Adrian
the
Evans
favour
tasting
right
the
there.
water there.
The water bottle in the midsection, and Prodigy is done with that water bottle. Thank God for water bottles, I gotta say.
They do hold water, one of the most important liquids.
It's good when
of all time.
your throat's not working properly. And what are we doing over here? We're getting a little close to the commentary table, and
Oh,
God.
oh, he's just choking Adrian Evans
choking him
with one of the
with
cables of this spare
that
headset.
cable.
Anything goes, of course. Just once again throwing the face of Adrian Evans into our announce table.
The action got a little close.
Anytime
here.
they come over to our announce table, I always back up.
I mean-
I don't want them fighting anywhere near us. I mean, accidents could happen, and if one of them accidentally touches me, then the no contact might come into
Exactly.
effect.
And working on. Neither of these competitors can get the other to stay down.
This has been going on for a long, long time. You won't think it ends tonight.
Prodigy putting Adrian Evans down into the crowd. I don't think Adrian Evans quite realizes the situation that he's in. Back into the ring, the action goes.
Concussions to the head.
Oh, and the chair
chair.
comes into play. Right to the gut.
And
Oh,
oh my god.
right to the head.
And
Taking a
surely,
one-way trip to Concussion City right now.
surely, why is, and I think
Only a
hockey
2 count
pin.
there. You know, my second ever match, I put Thunderstorm like that.
I mean that
But Thunderstorm is not Adrian Evans.
Yeah, a
Clearly,
very
two
different-
different competitors, like
completely different
like different
levels.
styles, different styles.
Different
You
levels.
never see Thunderstorm main eventing a PSV, let alone like Showdown.
No way. And Adrian Evans, no Prodigy being sent into the turnbuckle there. Adrian Evans does not look like he's in the best place right now. That's those precision kicks to the midsection.
And we officially have 10 minutes left,
10 minutes left.
on the clock.
Zero.
Pinfalls, 0 submissions.
This is getting closer and closer to sudden death.
Absolutely.
But as well as we get into
Like
this final,
usually, sorry to cut you off. If we are tied at the finish, the championship stays to the champion. But the 50% have put in place that stipulation, that sudden death stipulation. We are going to see a winner here tonight.
absolutely, and I think that there's no other way to have it.
I think he's setting up for the Deadeye.
Deadeye.
No, he turned it into a sliding kick of some kind.
Yeah, I think he caught him on the side of the head there, and as you can see, just over 9 minutes, and
Only a
still
2
not
count.
enough. But I was gonna say, as we get later and later into the match, especially as we get into those last few
Who do you
minutes.
think this favors later on in the match?
I think Prodigy. He's a game planner.
I was gonna say,
but
Deadeye.
and that's got
He's gonna cover him.
that's got to be full number one. There's no way about it.
Oh, and he kicks.
How did the Prodigy kick out
I mean,
of the Deadeye right there?
Not to take away anything from the Deadeye, but you see the moves like this, like the Prodigy had to hit 3 super kicks at Mind Games to win.
I mean,
Deadeye.
I guess it shows
Has
you.
anyone kicked out of the Deadeye before?
I'm not sure, but it shows
I think if
you.
anyone has, it has to be the Prodigy.
It shows you the fight that these competitors have, the heart that these competitors have, and how important the SAWF World Championship is to both of these men.
The crowd getting behind Adrian Evans on his way to potentially capturing the championship for a 3rd time.
And what is Adrian Evans going for here?
Oh, and a
Knee.
big running knee strike.
And you need to get onto that pin as soon as possible. Barely just falling on top of the Prodigy there. And not enough.
Not
They
the best
don't-
of covers.
They don't have the energy to really bunch them,
Although-
hook the leg, hook the
although-
arm.
As stupid as this may sound, do you think they're intentionally doing that to save their energy for later on in the match? I know they have
mean-
lazy covers, but
I mean,
maybe in their minds
there
they
is
think
a
this
lot
will
of-
save some energy.
there is there is that energy conservation, but we're getting pretty down to the wire here.
Adrian Evans searching for something under the ring.
You're gonna want to start reaching into those energy reserves.
He's got a pipe back in the day, but still pipe. Oh, he put the pipe down and he's got a bin lid. I was gonna say if he had gone with the pipe back in 2015 was the signature move of the Prodigy. We heard the crowd, some of the crowd shout out that the Prodigy is trash. That's why the bin lid comes into play.
Knocking it back into place so he can.
Oh! Prodigy taking the full
but he's still not down. Oh,
now
there he is.
Spoke a little too soon.
Take out the trash, Evan!
And 2.
And a kick out.
Barely. Like, we had a pretty good vantage point of that. Barely put, like, 1 centimeter of shoulder.
I believe you came very close in pinning the Prodigy. You got like a 2.9, I believe.
I mean, that was from that belt shot from Adrian Evans, who you see right now, who wants to take that title. Much better chance of taking that title than I ever did.
Oh, drop toe. He's got the leg lock.
I think that may be a calf crusher.
Go, Evan!
And
looking to crush the calf.
And wherever he goes, there's no break.
Don't tap.
I mean, do you not like? Do you risk the injury to the leg right now? But we're so close to the end.
I don't know if the Prodigy would. Oh, and he just slams his head.
Doing everything he can and choking him. The referee just has to let that happen. Anything
Absolutely.
goes. I think I could see on the look on his face, he was not happy to see a choke. But at the end of the day,
I had Carmelo in the corner and it looked like the referee Adam Wolfen was going to admonish me even though it was no DQ. He just has to let this go.
It's just part of being a referee, having yourself dedicated to the rules. It's so hard to see.
We officially have 5 minutes left of the timer here,
and
with no pinfalls or submissions.
0-0. And I'm not sure.
Oh, and the Prodigy's leg coming into play.
He's starting to feel that, and that's probably due to the time that's happened.
Super kick!
Now he has to get the pin. He has to go for the pin right away.
He has to get a full, proper cover, hook everything.
Hook the leg, 2. What? What?
At my games, it took 3 super kicks, and that was even after Adrian Evans wrestled a 20-minute match against Jake
We
Anderson.
have been here for 25 minutes, and still Adrian Evans has the energy to kick out of a super kick. But Prodigy did take a few moments to get onto that cover.
Absolutely.
Gave Adrian Evans some time to recoup from that impact, and is he going for another one?
Setting up the super kick, of course, didn't pick the win up for me. Oh, and the bin lid.
Using it maybe as a impromptu shield.
Looking like Captain America here with that shield.
But Prodigy is in control. He can take his time.
Oh, and the kendo stick.
A sword versus a shield.
Shut up, Lucas.
What? The big impact.
Usually you would think steel wins every time.
You have the high ground, Evan!
It's probably made of aluminium, to be honest. And blocking and catching the knee.
Super kick, he hits it. Oh!
I don't think he actually caught that kick properly, and oh my god.
This has been brutal.
Not sure
Prodigy looking at the bin lid, but they're throwing it down. One of these two men have to get a full
in
soon,
3 minutes.
or they're going to go to sudden death overtime.
And that's the thing, like right now, we talk about those energy reserves from earlier. That's when you need to bring them out now. But as well,
this is where it comes into play.
Surely they got to start panicking though, because there's so little time and neither of them have managed to
Do
put the
you
other
think
away.
these men want to go into overtime, or do you think they want
No, I think
to get a quick pin right
I
now?
think you want to finish this as soon as possible, become the champion. So you want to get the pin before that counter finishes. And especially if you get a pin or a submission right now, it's really hard
Absolutely.
for the opponent to
you
catch up.
basically won with only 2 minutes left on the
Just
clock.
over 2 minutes, and Prodigy spilling to the outside. But maybe right now, if you're not on top, maybe you do want to waste time.
Absolutely.
You want to recoup, and you want to get to overtime.
Adrian Evans coming out.
He needs to pin me in the ring. He needs to pin me in the ring. I can just wind down the clock. That's all I need to
Going
do.
to overtime.
Go into overtime.
And not maybe the
Sneaking
best
up on
decision.
us.
Good logic to it, but obviously Adrian Evans is still there, able to
I mean, the Prodigy seemed a bit too confident right there, and Adrian Evans just lifting
dragging
him
him
up,
back
dragging
into
him back
the ring. And Adrian Evans wants to finish this one as soon as possible. A minute and a half, 90 seconds remain. Adrian
This is
Evans
go time.
needs to work something out right now. What is going on here? You don't want to waste too much time. Still 0 falls. We've almost gone 30 minutes here.
There is exactly 1 minute left on the clock.
1 minute left, and
I don't see a way that these two men do not go into overtime right now.
I mean, anything can happen in 50 seconds, but right now they're just trading strikes.
Can you imagine if they both collapse and we see a double pin like we did in the triple threat match? We would have to go into overtime.
Yeah, well, that would still be a draw. I would assume 1-1.
Absolutely, 1-1. We are down to 30 seconds.
Only 30 seconds remain for these two gladiators, and there seems to still be so much fight left in them. They could
20
potentially go
seconds.
another 30 minutes if they wanted to. And
We have
10,
10 seconds
9,
left.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And
We are tied 0-0 after 30 minutes.
but Prodigy,
Ladies and gentlemen, stay in your seats. We're going to overtime!
Look, we need one fall to win this match. The person who pins or submits his opponent wins this match.
you saw at the very last second there, Prodigy was able
about
to call
3
over.
seconds, was
Yeah.
about to get on.
If he had a couple more seconds, he could have had that fall and we could be going home. Well, not quite, he'd be celebrating, but we would be done. And
You're pointless.
sudden death rules was what I was informed of, but
A 10-minute timer has
I mean,
shown up.
maybe, we know that we do have to go home at some point. We can't have them fighting all night.
You don't want them to fight forever.
But maybe they have 10 minutes for this sudden death fall.
Whoa! That's why you're number 2, Prodigy.
And
Oh, and a
kick
big
right
shot to that
there.
injured leg there.
You're gonna want to start, I would assume, pulling out the moves that
I was
can
gonna
finish
say,
an opponent.
If I was one of these two
Second
men,
hand store.
I would be looking for the super kick or the dead eye right now.
That chair's being set up in between the top and middle turnbuckle right there. What could Adrian Evans be thinking with that one? Still working on that leg. Do you think maybe he wants to win with that calf crusher?
Potentially.
Submission.
You anytime you can submit an opponent, I'm sure it would feel a lot sweeter than a pinfall victory. Getting your opponent to visibly admit that they are not good enough. Oh, I did it earlier
Drop
tonight.
kick right there from Adrian Evans, and
Prodigy just
Prodigy
sitting
does
in
not
the
look like he's in a
ropes.
good way right now. He got a bit of a look. I could see the look on his face. I mean, these two have gone through so much already. I'm not even sure how Adrian Evans can stand.
But there.
I wouldn't have been surprised if Prodigy's body just gave up on him there. He may, in his mind, want to kick out, but sometimes the body just fails you at the end of the day. But Prodigy,
maybe
getting
we
a
saw
bit
a
of
similar thing in that triple threat. Maybe Jack and Ryan Sampson, the British just failed on them, allowing them to pin each other.
Prodigy, though, getting his second win, it seems, right now. Maybe not a second win. They've been at this for so long. But they've got to finish it soon.
Enziguri. We don't see the Prodigy pull that one out.
And that's the thing, because he's pulled out his entire arsenal so far, and it's not worked. You've got to start making it up. You've got to start bringing out new stuff to try put away your opponent when nothing has worked. And
going for the leg.
Picking the ankle.
He's got the ankle lock. He's got the ankle lock.
He's in the middle of the ring right now. What do you do if you're the Prodigy? How do you not tap out right now? He's so close. Prodigy, he's so close. Adrian Evans could be the SAWF champion.
Roll out.
Using the last of his strength, rolls him through.
Right into the chair.
God, that he set up. And that can give Prodigy the moment he needs to recoup, to get back on track.
Absolutely.
Shake the cobwebs out of that injured knee.
Adrian Evans has barely moved since going into the chair. And you know what he's signaling for. Prodigy is ready for that super kick.
He is primed and ready, but can Adrian get up? I think he is.
I mean, if he gets up, he's walking straight into a super kick.
But he doesn't, obviously. Can he even get onto his feet at this point? Here he is. He's asking for it. He wants
him with it.
Prodigy, give him his best.
Super kick and it's over. That's the second of the match. And this has to be right there. The Prodigy retains
Ladies and gentlemen, the Prodigy is up 1-0.
No, I think that's sudden death.
Prodigy still number 2.
Sudden death rules apply. Prodigy has won the match.
Prodigy still the SAWF champion.
As of the rules that were stipulated by the 50% owner,
yeah, absolutely
after the time
30 minutes,
it is first full sudden death, which means that Prodigy is your SAWF champion.
Still, your SAWF undefeated champion, Prodigy.
Gave it their all.
You love to see it.
This is the sound of madness.
And still getting a hero send-off, it appears.
Ah, screw him.
Everybody on your feet, people! Everybody up, hands in the air!
The crowd still firmly
people's
believes in
hero.
Adrian Evans, despite his loss to the Prodigy. But you're Adrian Evans now. What do you do going forward?
I mean, there's a ton of potential matches for him, but obviously heartbroken.
The Prodigy has come back out to the ring. What could he possibly be cooking up here?
Prodigy offering a handshake. And Adrian Evans shaking it.
Maybe next time for Adrian Evans.
Prodigy showing
Show of
rare
respect
right
right there.
show of respect.
Adrian Evans took Prodigy to his limits and vice versa. But Prodigy ultimately was the better man.
Absolutely.
That one. And what a match that was, and what a show we just had here.
What an amazing show. I was honoured to be a part of it, even though I was a small part in the grand scheme of things.
I mean, you opened this show with your match, and you're still out here for your final night.
Online commentary. I give it up to Adrian Evans.
Wow. What a show.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining us here at SAWF Showdown. And
What a show.
Mike,
Obviously, I lost my match. I'm no longer after that allowed to be on commentary. So I wish you and Adam all the best of luck.
I have
moving
something
forward.
for you, Mike. This is a signed photo of me, so you can always remember me. Camera guy, if you want to get a look at that. Initialized for you, Mike, so you can always remember the times we had together.
I thank you for that, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out tonight. You've been amazing. Let's hear it for the wrestlers.
As always, I've been Lucas Roger.
Mike Dexter, thank you for watching.
And for Adam Awful, who's not here on commentary, thank you for joining us. Tune in for Takedown to see the aftermath of Showdown.
Next show, ladies and gentlemen. Stay sweet.